Hi everyone, this is Caroline Speaks the State of the World on Wednesday, August 25th, 2021. So what is it? Good, bad, or indifferent? All three. Well, let's see, what are some of the headlines today? We'll find out. Okay. Okay, a lot of headlines out there. Okay. Headlines, where are you? Trying to find my headlines. Okay. All right. Headlines. Coronavirus is still out there. Main stories. Massacre of my dreams. Afghan reporter Bilal Sarwari on fleeing Kabul and Afghanistan's brain drain. He actually fled 30 years ago when he was a child. Now he's back and he really hopes to make Afghanistan a better place to live someday. Medea Benjamin, Afghanistan war is cash cow for the Pentagon. Biden must end delusional China rivalry. Yes, China is not necessarily the enemy, but the Afghanistan war, as well as the Iraq war, the Vietnam war, cash cow for all the defense industry companies. They made a lot of money. Okay, 11 days after Haiti's earthquake, doctor describes lack of treatment supplies and coronavirus concerns. Haiti's villages continue to be cut off from help more than a week after the massive earthquake. So a lot happening there. Not good. Biden says the U.S. on pace to withdraw from Afghanistan by August 31st. Taliban blocks Afghan from accessing the airport, the Kabul airport. Why is that? I don't know. Don't get it, but that's the way it is. World Bank cuts funds for Afghanistan as UN warns of looming catastrophe. House Democrats approve $3.5 trillion budget resolution. And House passes John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. Favor all that stuff. Immigration, the Supreme Court revives the Trump's Remain in Mexico program. Very bad. Punishing people who are trying to flee dangerous situations. Judge faults the Department of Homeland Security for not considering ecological harm of militarizing the border, the Mexican border. I agree with that. Now, U.S. records 1,400 new coronavirus fatalities as the AMA, American Medical Association, calls for broad vaccine mandates. Okay, that sounds good. U.S. and Cuba pledge vaccines for Vietnam, but only Cuba offers to share vaccine technology. We have to share the vaccine technology. All the pharmaceuticals have to do that so we can manufacture the vaccines all over and get everybody vaccinated. We shouldn't be hoarding this stuff. Okay, Minnesota court denies appeal aimed at halting Enbridge Line 3 pipeline. Enbridge Line 3 is a tar sands pipeline by a Canadian company, and tar sands is the dirtiest of the oils. And the Enbridge company, which is doing the pipeline, they're bringing their own. They're basically using the local police forces to punish the protesters. Indigenous people do have rights. They want to protect their water and their land. Indigenous groups protest against Bolsonaro in Brasilia, the capital in Brazil. I agree with that. Student leader assassinated in Colombia 3 years after he lost an eye in a police shooting. Very, very. Israel shoots Palestinian teen dead as he documents raid on refugee camp. Israel's new Prime Minister, Naftali Bennett, pushes hard line positions ahead of meeting Biden. Not a good thing to do. Wildfires. Biden approves major disaster declaration for Northern California. Black police groups back release of ex-Black Panther Sondita Akoli, jailed since 1973. Former U.S.-backed dictator of Chad, Hissène Habré dies. Chad, this is a dictator in Chad, had the support of former President Ronald Reagan. Way to go, Republican President Reagan. Lucille Times dies at 100. She inspired the Montgomery bus boycott. Thank you. Hope you have a happy home and have it well taken care of. Okay, now, uh, Lies My Teacher Told Me by James Lowen. He dies at the age of 79. He's a sociologist, author, and educator. He passed away at the age of 79. He was the author of many books, including the bestseller Lies My Teacher Told Me. Everything your American history textbook got wrong. Lowen once wrote, telling the truth about the past helps cause justice for the present. I agree. Totally agree. Now, what else is new? In Colombia, advocates are demanding justice for 27-year-old Esteban Mascara, a student leader who was shot dead in his hometown of Papayan Monday. Witnesses say two men on a motorcycle shot him near his home. In 2018, he lost an eye after Colombian riot police threw a stun grenade at him. He also participated in Colombia's recent massive anti-government protests and had reportedly been detained by police at least twice. The Inter-American Commission on Human Rights is urging the Colombian government to investigate Mosquera's assassination. So far this year, over 100 human rights defenders and community leaders have been killed in Colombia. Aren't they the ones who had a drug cartel? Maybe they still do. Yes, we need to help the people of Colombia, and we're not doing that. So, what are we getting wrong here? Now, Israel's new Prime Minister, Naftali Bennett, pushes hardline positions ahead of meeting Biden. Not the way to go. Israel's new Prime Minister, Naftali Bennett, has arrived in Washington, where he will meet with President Biden on Thursday. In a new interview with the New York Times, Bennett ruled out reaching a peace agreement with the Palestinians, vowed to expand illegal Jewish settlements in the West Bank, and threatened to continue Israel's covert attacks on Iran. All bad things, and Biden is going along with this? He's wrong. Well, actually, Naftali is part of the twosome that are ruling Israel, and then there's another guy who's a liberal, so they're supposed to be sharing the being the leader of the country. So I don't know how President Biden can meet with him and this guy's radical views. Very, very unfortunate. And I hope that somehow this guy will get the message that's not the way to go. Now, also in Israel, Israel shoots Palestinian teen dead as he documents raid on refugee camp. Israeli forces have killed another Palestinian teenager in the occupied West Bank on Tuesday. 15-year-old Imad Khalid Saleh Hashash was shot in the head while standing on the roof of his home. At the time, he was reportedly attempting to use his phone to document Israeli troops raiding the refugee camp near Nablus. Imad is the 12th Palestinian child killed by Israeli forces with live ammunition this year, according to the group Defense for Children Palestine. So how can we be supporting Israel's action in the West Bank and their leader, their new co-leader, Naftali? I think we really have to get the Palestinians equality and stop giving Israel the money to do whatever they want. But it seems like that's the way it is. Okay, now, so that's the main stuff. Alright, now, okay, that's a lot of news. We really need justice in this world. Thank you for joining us this evening of Wednesday, August 25th, 2021. It's another meeting of Carolyn Speaks State of the World. I hope you'll be back with us again tomorrow. In the meantime, practice social distancing, wear a mask only when you have to. And the vaccine is available for you and it's safe for you to take it. I would take it. I had mine on May 27th. I'm doing good. I had two sore arms and was tired for a week, and now I'm good. Okay, how about a little music to wrap up? Okay. All right, the song I'd like to sing today is Another You, song by Tom Springfield of the Springfields Folk Group. It includes his sister Dusty, who was the lead singer and also went on to become an international singing star. And the song was recorded by uh, Dusty and also the Seekers, another folk group. Okay. There's a new world somewhere they call the Promised Land, and I'll be there someday if you will hold my hand. I just need your love beside me, no matter what I do, for I know I'll never find another you. There is always someone for each of us, they say, and you'll be my someone forever and a day. I could search the whole world over until my life is through, but I know I'll never find another you. It's a long, long journey, so stay by my side. When I walk through the storm, you'll be my guide. If they gave me a fortune, my treasure pleasure would be small. I would lose it all tomorrow and never mind at all. But if I should lose your love, dear, I don't know what I'd do, for I know I'll never find another you. Okay, thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again. Remember, stay safe, take care of yourself and others, and remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night.